Lately, the thing I keep coming back to is collateral lending, the mechanic of putting up crypto assets to secure a loan without unwinding the position underneath it. I've had one platform running in my stack, and today I'm walking through what the model actually is, how it handles liquidity differently than an exchange ever could, and before I finish, what I now go through every time before committing to any new platform. Because separating legitimate services from fraudulent ones right now requires a level of deliberateness I didn't think was necessary a couple years ago. So before I get into the demo, let me give you the honest version of what months of regular use looks like on this platform. The stuff that actually matters to me on any platform is pretty straightforward. Do operations process reliably? Is the documentation actually useful? And does support respond with substance when something comes up? And all three held up here consistently over the full period. I've been on platforms where one of those things works well and the others quietly fall apart after the first month. That didn't happen here, and that's a bigger deal than it might sound. Alright, so here's the interface. This is where everything gets configured. Step 1 is selecting the collateral asset, and the first thing I want to point out, the supported asset list here is exactly what it should be. The assets that actually drive market volume, the ones with real liquidity behind them. From where I sit, that matters because I can work directly with what I'm already holding. No conversions, no extra steps, and if the market starts doing something unexpected mid-position, I have enough options to respond without being forced into a corner. Okay, then I'm setting the collateral amount. Next, I'm picking the borrow asset, going with BTC this time. Then I'm setting the term, the length of time I need this loan to be active. And then I configure LTV, the parameter that determines everything downstream. It's the ratio of the loan value relative to the collateral value, and every asset has a defined ceiling on how high that ratio can go. If the collateral loses enough value in the market, the platform closes the position automatically to recover the loan. No warning, no window to react. So when I'm choosing this number, I'm thinking through a few things simultaneously. The recent volatility profile of this particular asset, what a serious but realistic move against me looks like from current price levels, and what kind of buffer I want between my LTV and that liquidation threshold. Okay, final check through the configuration. Yeah, everything is exactly right. I click proceed. So the first thing I do here is copy and store my contract ID somewhere reliable. That string is my direct access back into this loan for its entire duration. The system is now waiting on the collateral transaction from my end. While it Connect would handle this part automatically, but I want to walk through every step manually so nothing gets skipped over. Alright, transaction is through, my side is done, now it's on the network, and the platform will register it once it confirms. Loan is confirmed, so this screen is the full contract breakdown. Rate, term, figures, all of it. So next, I add my receiving address, where BTC tokens are going to be sent. Okay, submitted, waiting on the tokens to hit the wallet. Good, balance updated, tokens are in, platform held up its end of the contract cleanly. And this dashboard I'm on right now, this is important to understand. This is where I manage the loan for however long it's running. I get back in here using that contract ID I saved a couple minutes ago. Monitoring the position, making decisions based on what the market does, handling anything that needs attention, it all happens from this screen. It's an active position, not a passive one. Okay, so now I want to explain what's actually going on structurally, because I think this is the part that makes or breaks whether this model makes sense to someone. So the basic setup is this. I put tokens into a contract as collateral. They're locked in there and secured by the agreement, not going anywhere. And the platform releases a loan in a separate asset against that value. And the thing that makes this different from just selling is pretty simple. My original holding stays completely intact. I haven't closed anything, I haven't reduced my exposure, I'm still fully in that asset wherever the market takes it. When the loan closes and I repay, the collateral comes back. Now compare that to going to an exchange. I sell, I get the price the market is offering right now, and the position is gone. Anything that asset does after that moment has zero relevance to me. Here, the position stays alive, and I still get access to the capital I need. And when you put those two options next to each other, the collateral model isn't just more convenient, it's a structurally smarter way to handle liquidity if you're thinking about your holdings over any meaningful time horizon. And the framework I use now came directly out of what went wrong in those situations, and I'll go through it clearly before I sign off today. So, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.